Before we get started with today's episode, I just want to mention that we have a declutter challenge happening today. It is going to be a 14-day declutter challenge that has mini challenges each day that you can do in 15 minutes or less. So, if you have been wanting to get rid of some stuff or throughout your house and you need a little guidance, or you just want some encouragement or just some fun to do it together, please come join us in our Facebook community. You can join us at facebook.com/groups/the routine advantage community. You can also get that link in the show notes. When you join us in there, there are a few questions to answer just to make sure that you're not spam and we don't want any bots coming in. But we will review those questions when you are joining us. We will get you into our group and then make sure you go to the pin post at the top of the group because that is where you're going to get all the details for the challenge. And you can also get your downloadable and printable tracker so you can keep track throughout. And it's going to be so much fun. Like I said, it's only 15 minutes each day for 14 days, and you will have 14 spaces throughout your home that are going to be decluttered and organized, and it is going to feel so good, especially as we're going into the holidays. This is perfect timing, and you get like basically like a support group to do it with you. So if you have been wanting to kind of get rid of some of the junk in your house, this is a great time to do it. If you would like to join us, we would love to have you and cheer you on throughout. And today's episode kind of ties into this same topic because if we're going through a declutter challenge, we might as well bring up the declutter method, which is four super simple steps that you can use to declutter and organize pretty much any space in your home. And that is what I want to talk about today. I've done this before, but we're going to basically kind of revive this episode because it's really important and it's good timing to go into our declutter challenge, whether you are joining us for ours or you do your own. Are you ready to stop the chaos, the stress, the overwhelm that's filling your life? I'm Renee Matt, and together you and I are going to build simple routines that are going to change your life. When you put these habits into practice, you're going to be able to organize your life in a way where you can be there for your family, pay off your debt, save money, your house can stay organized, you don't have to stress about what's for dinner, and you still get time for yourself. So without further ado, let's get started. Welcome to the Routine Advantage Podcast. There are a lot of different types of declutter methods out there. And I think when you find one that works really well for your brain and that works in pretty much any situation, it is really helpful because then you kind of have like that default routine when you are going to declutter or organize a space. And I love this four-step method. It kind of boiled down to how I function when I'm clearing out a space, and it's been a lot of trial and error over the years. For a long time, I would actually pick items to get rid of. And it's a lot harder to pick out items to get rid of than it is to pick out the items to keep. And I'll kind of talk about that as we go through. But I love this method because it really truly works for pretty much any space. You can do this in closets, you can do it for your desk, you can do it for your shoes, you can do it for even your makeup or hair products, you can do it for your living room or your bookshelves. Like you can do it in any space and you literally go through the same four steps and it works efficiently to get you through the process quickly without it feeling so long and drawn out. And I love that about it. If you are somebody that gets kind of distracted when you are doing this, then it is also a really good idea to even set a timer and just give yourself, like, okay, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes to declutter this space, whether it is a cupboard or a shelf or whatever you are doing. You can do this so quickly and just in little pockets throughout your home and throughout your day, like little pockets of time as well, because you have the ability to just walk through these four steps, get it in or get in there and get it done and just be done with it. Like it's so simple. So I love this method and I'm hoping that it is really helpful for you to be able to take this and use it wherever you need to in your home. So let's go through the four steps. And this is a declutter method that you can use to organize pretty much any space. If you can't use this to organize a space, please let me know because I don't think there is one. Okay, step number one is to remove. And this is to take everything out and clean out the space. So let's say, for example, this might be a like your linen closet. So this is going to be like you literally take everything out. So you might make a little bit of a mess in the beginning, and it's okay because we have a system to take care of the rest. So you're going to remove everything, you're going to take it all out, and you can do this for the full closet. You can do it just one shelf at a time, whatever works best for your brain. Or if you want to go something simpler, maybe just do a drawer. Like whether it is a junk drawer or your desk drawer or even like your clothes, like if you have a dresser drawer, just pull one of those out and do your dresser drawer. So what you're going to do is you're going to take everything out and then you're going to clean it. So you're going to wipe it down. If you are pulling something out of a space where you need to like maybe sweep and mop, you could do that. If you need to vacuum the space, if you need to just get like a dust rag or some cleaner and just wipe everything down, basically you want to start with a clean slate. So just take everything out, wipe it all down and clean the space. Okay. And then you move to step 2. And this is where you are going to look at your pile that you pulled everything out and you are going to look at your items. And rather than picking out what you want to get rid of, what you're going to do is you're going to very quickly pick each item up and decide if you want to keep it or if you want to get rid of it. Okay. And when you decide if you want to get or if you want to keep it, you put it in a new pile and you just put it to the side. If you want to get rid of it, then you are going to put it beside or into a new pile. So you're basically having 3 piles at this point. You have whatever everything you removed, you have the pile of all of your stuff. Then you have a pile that you want to keep, and then you have a pile that you are not keeping. And then you just go through all of the items and you very, very quickly sort this out. This should not take a long time. If you are debating about whether or not to keep it and you're really struggling with this decision, just keep it for now. Okay. You do not have to get rid of it yet if you're really struggling, but you want to do these quickly. Like, are you going to use it again? Is it special to you? Are you, do you consistently use it, or not just are you going to use it again, but do you consistently use it? Because then you're going to want to probably keep it, but you're going to just kind of go through and instinct, are you keeping it or are you not keeping it, and put it in the appropriate pile for what you're doing there. Then we're going to move to step 3, and this is either bag it or box it. And that is what you are going to do with that third pile. So you now have 2 piles. So if you're kind of visualizing, we had the full pile of things that we removed, and then we sorted them all out into a keep it pile or don't keep it pile. Okay. So we got rid of that first pile because you just sorted them all out. So now we're going to go to the not keep it pile, and we're going to jump over to there. And now we're going to bag it or box it. And we're going to go through all of those items, and you're literally just going to decide, is it worth donating? Like, can somebody else use this? Is it in good enough shape that you can donate it? Or do you need to get rid of it? Like, you need to trash it or recycle it or something like that. And then you are going to put it into those boxes. So if you're going to donate it, throw it into a donation box. If you're going to trash it, then get it into another box or a bag or whatever you need to do. Just sort that out really quickly and be done with it. And then we are left with that pile that we are keeping. And now we go to step 4 and we are organizing and categorizing. So this is where you will want to kind of tweak this depending on the space that you're clearing out, but you are going to just organize the items left into categories and get them back in the space that you are cleaning out. So like I said, if this is a linen closet, we are sorting through probably, blankets or sheets or maybe towels. Maybe it is like items around your house. I don't know what you have in your linen closet. We kind of have a linen closet that works as like a multi-function. It's got a lot of stuff in there. But like on the top shelf, it is like extra supplies for our bathroom. Like it's extra bars of soap, it's extra shaving cream, refills for hand soap. It's got some of our cleaners for the bathroom that is accessible. It's very quick to access. So it's got a stack of like reusable cleaning cloths, things like that are on the top shelf. So we have them organized in bins. And then the next shelf is towels. And then the next shelf is sheets and things like that. And then below is a laundry basket. And that is lots of different uses for this one particular regular closet, but it's organized in a way that we know what goes on each shelf. And that's kind of what you're doing is you're going to take everything that is remaining and organize it. So if I were to organize all of these items in our linen closet that we had pulled out, I'm going to make sure all of the sheets are together. I'm going to make sure all of the towels are together. I'm going to make sure all of the blankets are together and all of the bathroom supplies are together. And at this point, you can either put them right back on the shelf or in the drawer or whatever you're organizing, or if you do have some organization bins already available, you can plug them into little bins to keep them very well organized. If you have a label maker, this is a great time to use it because then you can actually plug it in and then everybody in the house knows what goes in each of the little containers or the bins to help you make it really clean and organized. But when you are not dealing with all of this mess and stuff, when you're pulling all that out, it's a lot easier to organize what you have left to keep because you're not going to have as many items and you can just go through and organize them based on what they are. So in this example, if I were to do my desk, then all I have to do is remove everything from my desk, wipe it all down, start with a clean slate there, and then I would choose all of the items I'm going to keep, set those aside, and then you're going to take the rest of them and you are going to bag it or box it. Like, can it be donated? Are people able to use the stapler I'm getting rid of, or is it, broken where I need to trash it? So it's things like that where you're going to just sort through the rest of those items, get rid of those in the boxes or the bags, and then with those items that are left that I want to keep, then I'm going to organize it and categorize it and get it back in the space. So if I were doing a desk, maybe I would have all of my office supplies in one drawer. Maybe I have extra copy paper in another drawer. Maybe I have my morning routine journal and daily planner in another drawer. Things like that, where you kind of pair them up in different categories where I wouldn't put all of the office supplies in with the files because they're kind of different things. I would want to make sure the files are with other paper products or paper supplies. And then I put my office supplies in a different drawer where all of those types of items are together. So you're going to have to kind of play around with the space that you are trying to declutter and organize. But I'm hoping that these steps will walk you through how to do it no matter what space it is. You can even use this for like your fridge. Like, it's so nice to be able to do something like this and be able to apply it to any space that you are trying to declutter. And like I said, setting a timer is a great incentive to keep moving really quickly so you can like get through this and be done with it, and it doesn't feel so daunting when you are trying to declutter and organize spaces. So I will go through that 4-step method one more time to refresh your memory, or if you're taking notes, this is a good way to do it. So, number one is remove. This is where you're taking everything out and you're cleaning out the space. Number two is choose. This is where you are going through that pile and you are only pulling out the items you want to keep and you're setting them into a new pile. Then you go to step three, which is bag it or box it. And this is where you're taking all of the items that you decided not to keep and you are going through them to see if they can be used as donation items. So you're going to put those in a donation box and everything else can go into the trash box. And then you move to step four and you have the keep it pile remaining at this point, and you are going to step four to organize and categorize. And this is where you are just going to quickly sort through those items based on the category and then get them back into the space, whether it's like straight on a book or straight on a shelf or straight in a drawer, or even to put them into little bins or some sort of organization setup where you can put them back where they go. But this is kind of the fun part of all of those additional things, is this step of organizing and categorizing and getting it back in so that you have a nice, fresh, clean, organized, and decluttered space. So that was a lot of information very quickly. I don't know why I was talking so fast, but I feel like I was talking faster than normal. So if you need to slow this episode down, I think a lot of those podcast apps have it where you can slow down or speed up. I know I listen to podcasts at like 1.5 speed all the time. So maybe that's why I'm talking fast. It's just like in my brain right now. But I'm hoping that this was helpful for you. If you want to join us for our 14-day declutter challenge, I invite you again to come and join our Facebook community where all of that is happening. It starts today, November 4th, through November 17th, and you can join at any time. Each day you complete, you get an entry into a drawing for giveaways, and it is just going to be so much fun. So I hope to see you in there, and I will catch you on the next episode. Take care. Did you love that episode or learn something useful? If so, would you do me a huge favor? My goal is to grow this podcast and help as many women as I can break free from the overwhelm so they can truly enjoy their life. The best way for me to do this is for you to leave a 5-star written review on your podcast app and to share this episode with a friend or in your Instagram stories. I appreciate you being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.